Hello and welcome to my tarot corner, and in this reading I'm going to check on one article that I saw which was a little bit baffling to me. I didn't see it later, but I did see it once, and that was that Eugenie is going to be Lilibet's godmother. And that sounded a little bit, I know that Eugenie supported Megan in her 40 to 40 by 40 venture, and there is this rumor that Eugenie is very close to Harry, but to go all the way to the US to be Lilibet's godmother, when she herself has a small baby at home, sounds a little bit off to me. But I thought, they did publish it. There was this article about it, so it's a good thing to check. And this deck that I'm using is called the Delos Tarot, and it is very much like the Rider-Waite Tarot, only the art is very childish, and it is like as if the images are painted with matches. You will see. So it looked very much like something that is nice to use when you're doing a reading about a child. So is Eugenie going to be godmother to Lilibet? I don't know. Let's start by clearing the cards. One more. And let's see. Is Eugenie planning to be Lilibet's godmother? Is Eugenie planning to be Lilibet godmother? Is Eugenie planning to be Lilibet godmother? Okay, and I think I'll do a cross here. That would give us more information, and we will start with the Significator card, and it is the Prince of or the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is we call him the journalist. He is the one that is very good with words, not very good with actually actions. And it is a very young energy, someone who is very young. And it looks to me like an idea that has popped maybe in Megan's head or in Eugenie's head, but hasn't gone to fruition in actual getting older than a page. Okay, so this is the first card, and let's see what the next card will say. So the next card is for the past events, and that's the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a card of being tied, being restrained, but it is also restraints that are very easy to be out of. This is not restraints that are bandaging you or blocking you in a way that you are unable to get over them, because this is an emotional restraint, and the actual image here in the card and in the Rider-Waite it's even more prominent. She can take one of the swords and just cut those those bands that are tying her. She's not very tightly tied, and because the blockages are emotional. So what led to this idea of making or asking Eugenie to be a godmother was this emotional blockage, and this emotional blockage is very much a blockage that was created because Megan just doesn't have any other person to ask. She has no friends. She actually marked all of her friends, and she is emotionally blocked because she's unable to ask people that she marked or she treated badly in the past, and to come and ask them to be her godparents to her daughter, and this is the blockage here. So in order to get out of this blockage, she need to act in a cold consideration and use logic, but she's unable to do that, and that led to this idea, which is a very young idea, and this is something that has not gone beyond an idea. Now, another thing about the Page of Wands, of Swords, that I didn't say is that the Page of Swords is also a liar. He can lie. He is, as we say, the journalists, and the journalists don't always say the truth. So he is very good with words, is very slick-tongued, and he can say whatever he wants. So this whole rumor can be also a big lie. Okay, so what is the basis of this rumor? And let's see, we have the Four of Swords, another swords card. And the Four of Swords, and you saw me, I shuffled the cards quite good. And the Four of Swords is the card of not deciding not to decide. This is the card that of someone who is even more blocked than the Eight of Wands. And if you remember, I told you that the Four of Swords is the card that the first card of the second cycle of the tarot. So this is the what she is doing, and she is deciding not to decide. And in the tarot, it leads to card number 5, which is battle and struggle. And this is what deciding not to decide leads to. So the basis of this entire reading or entire rumor is that she still hasn't decided who will be the godparents of her child. Maybe because she doesn't know who she can ask, because she is so blocked emotionally. And the crowning card is the magician. And the magician is someone who can create from nothing. He can create everything. And this is what her illusion, this is what she thinks she can. This is a spiritual card. This is not a down-to-earth card. And she thinks that she can create from nothing. She thinks that she is able to do everything. And this is very curious. You see here, very small, it is written as above, so below, which is very much like the shadow tarot that I showed you a few readings ago, which that is separated to 2 decks. One is the as above, the spiritual deck, and the other one is the so below, which is the down to earth deck. So the magician is a spiritual card of someone who can create everything, but does she or can she actually create? Because it is spiritual, and it means that this is what she thinks she can. So the outcome of this is the six, or the six, which is the Lover's card. Now the Lover's card here is, okay, it is a Cupid and two people that are like in love, but the Lover card speaks about obstacles. Usually it speaks about a road, that it is also a spiritual road and a spiritual way that needs to be cleared of all of the things that are cluttered in here there. And the best example that my teacher used to tell us is, for example, if you want to advance and you want to start clearing your path, your spiritual path, you need to start clearing all of the earthly things that are blocking you. And for example, he said, if you have, for example, pictures of your ex that you don't need anymore, and you're just keeping them because this ex is still very much important in your life. But if you want to go forward, and if you want to get a new good relationship, you need to get rid of that ex's pictures. You need to put them away. And this is what the Lover's card speaks about. And this Lover card speaks about being total. And you need to be total and to just get away from everything, and take out everything in your from your life that is blocking you. And here we got the blockage, and here we got the solution. And this is what she needs to do. So is Eugenie going to be the godmother? This spread doesn't give us a clear answer. This spread gives us a story around why did Megan even think about it. So I'm going to take a few more cards and see what else I can see in the past and what else I can see in the future. So in the past position, we see the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords speaks about going away from the troubled water to the clear water. So trying to leave your troubles behind and go to a new country, a new land where you'll have less troubles. And this is more of a description of why did Megan decide to leave the UK. And another card in the past position is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card that speaks about sticking to what you have out of fear, out of feeling threatened. And altogether, in the past, we see that she felt threatened, she feels threatened, she feels that she has to keep everything very, very close to her because she is threatened. And this leads to inability to act rationally and letting the emotions just block you totally, and leaving because you believe that it will be better in the new place, but it's not necessarily so. It is leaving because you are not acting out of the rational way. You are acting out of feeling threatened and feeling that you need to keep your own very close to you, and the only way to do that is to leave. So this is in the past position, and this is what led them, or especially Megan, to leave. She felt threatened. She needed to adhere to what exists. read the map right. And if she had read the map right, she wouldn't have left. But because she didn't read the map right, because she felt threatened, she acted out of this blockage and acted out emotionally instead of rationally. And then in the present position, she feels that she can ask Eugenie to be a godmother because she can do everything. She can do whatever she wants. She is able to do everything she wants. This is a very spiritual card, and she is the magician that can do everything. And then she comes with this idea, which is a very fresh idea. Come and be my girl's godmother, without even asking what this is. How hard this can be for Eugenie herself. And then she decides not to decide. She decides to just, get out with the idea and not decide about anything else than just asking her to be the godmother and leaving it at that, without even giving other or thinking of other options. And this card also speaks about not being ready to do the things that she needs to do. And this card also speaks about illness. So this can be emotional illness, this can be also physical illness, but this is the present. So in the present, she is not so well. She hasn't been. She cannot make decisions about the godparents. She has this very fresh idea of maybe she can ask Eugenie, and she has this illusion that she can do everything. And in the future, there is this card that calls her to be total, completely total, and just leave out of her life the things that are blocking her, all of these blockages, all of these things that are threatening her. And another card in the future is the number 2, which is the High Priestess. And that's the 11, and that's the Justice, which is much more logical, because this looks like the Justice, but it also, the Justice is the card that speaks about cutting out from your life things that are disturbing you, the things that are not helping you to go on with your life. And this goes very well with the 6, with the Lovers cards, because the Lovers cards also speaks about being rational, cutting out everything that is disturbing you in going forward with your life. So the future calls her to start being logical, to start cutting out the things that are not helping her. This is what the future wants her to do. And the last future card is the 10 of Cups. So she can be happy, she can make her wish come true if she actually does what is necessary, if she gets out of those blockages, if she is getting out of this feeling of being threatened, and if she understands that leaving wasn't the good thing to do. And this could be when we're talking about the Page of Swords, which is a slick-tongued person, someone that is also able to lie. So maybe she is talking, when she's talking to Eugenie and asking her to be a godmother, maybe she is telling her that leaving was a mistake. And then cutting out everything that is disturbing in her life in order to be happy. So this is not a clear-cut answer whether or not Eugenie will be godmother, but it is very possible that Megan did ask her to be, and the angel answers usually gives a better answer. You know, some readers use the pendulum, and I do have the pendulum, but because because my hands are a little bit shaky and not very stable, I am not trusting the pendulum. But if I don't get a clear-cut answer with this, I will look for my pendulum and see whether or not I can get a clear-cut answer from the pendulum. So first I'm going to clear the cards. So will Eugenie be Lilibet's godmother? Will Eugenie be Lilibet's godmother? Will Eugenie be Lilibet's godmother? Let's see what we get. Abundance. So abundance could mean yes, or at least that she is thinking about it. And I'll see if I can find my pendulum. So just one moment. Okay, so this is the pendulum, and this is the yes, this is the no, and this is the possible. So I'm going to try and stable my hand as much as I can and start with not doing without any movement as much as I can, and ask, will Eugenie be Lilibet's godmother? Will Eugenie be Lilibet's godmother? Will Eugenie be Lilibet's godmother? And what the pendulum is showing me is a no answer. It's a clear-cut no answer, and I assure you that I am stabilizing my hand as much as I can, and this is a clear-cut no answer. So I don't think so. I think that Megan will ask her to be a godmother, but she has her own abundance. She doesn't need that on her hand. She has her own child to take care of, and she will not accept that. So time will tell, and we'll see what the future says. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.